I believe that short-term missions can make a long-term impact. And so here's reason number 2. It forces us out of our bubble. See, on mission, we will be confronted in our cultural, religious, social, economic, and many other beliefs. It's far too easy to talk about the us and them without ever meeting a them. And mission trips forces us out of our bubble and into a totally different field of view. And so when we experience another culture, we first broaden our understanding. And second, we see how the gospel is beautifully universal to all people and to all situations. And only when we encounter another culture do we recognize the existence of our own culture as distinct. See, prior to that, we simply assume that our way of life and our perspectives are universal. And not until I am exposed to another culture do I recognize myself as a cultural being. That is, as someone who has a particular way of life. And prior to that, I simply assumed that my way of life is also how everybody lives. And so instead of random stereotypes of faceless people groups, missions allows us to meet complex people with real names. Mission starts to happen when we learn those names and we spend time in real conversations. And having the opportunity to minister outside of our country or even outside of our own neighborhoods helps us to discern the difference between our culture and their culture or another culture. And so we have a lot to learn from other cultures. For example, Mexicans they have taught me a lot about hospitality. And the term mi casa, su casa, which means my house is your house. I mean, this is genuine. And this is a real heartfelt expression in the Mexican society. I would say in the Latino society. Anyways, so in the next segment, I will share benefit number 3 for short-term missions. So stay tuned.